Hello, wonderful people. Good morning to all of you. Today it's about 5:30 a.m. in the Friday, and Friday is considered as a weekend in Bangladesh. So I woke up quite early, and I thought I'd do this one remaining review that I have a sample of that was gifted to me by my dear brothers from Fragrance BD, brother Shuvo and brother Pantho. Previously, I've done the By Kilian other two samples, Love Don't Be Shy, which is Rihanna's signature scent. This is a lovely, lovely fragrance with the humongous sillage and projection and longevity. And also, my favorite also was Intoxicated. These two I really, really loved. I mean, I do love Intoxicated a lot more because yeah, just I don't know, something about the coffee note really intrigues me. So today I want to do the remaining from the pouch that this one Pantho Bhai brought me, and it's called like I actually do not know how to say it in like, is it French? What language? This is actually Dangerous Liaisons. Okay, so that's the English name for it. So Liaison Dangereuses. Okay, I don't know. So this is not a new fragrance. This was released, I think, somewhere in 2007, like some 12 years back. And this perfume, I think it's meant for women and men, mostly for women, I suppose. This I would consider as a fruity floral to my nose. And I wore a significant amount of it just to test it out. I really love how heavenly By Kilian smell. I told you a few days back, one house I'm absolutely falling in love with is By Kilian. Their quality is just top notch. You know, there was like back in the time, I would say like just looking at the price, 50 ml goes for $300. I would feel that that's supremely expensive, you know, so I would avoid the house. Even right now at this point, I cannot afford this house. So lucky for me that I'm getting these samples as gifts once in a while. So this house, what I really feel, first of all, before the review, By Kilian really like makes his perfumes, even if they smell familiar, they make it very extremely smooth, polished, and never ever annoying. I mean, so far the 4 5 I tried, never really found them annoying. I really found them to be well done and never disturbed my nostrils, or the fragrances never actually got me choking to the choking point. But they to project and perform like crazy. At the same time, it doesn't really bother you or annoy you. That's a huge thing from this house. I really love that. Second thing, I told you I love how the presentation looks. I cannot show you because I do not have a full bottle, but the presentation I think is worthy of collection because you can actually feel proud to have such beautiful presentation with alongside the beautiful perfume. So if you do not buy their full-on presentation, you can get it like $100 cheaper, I believe. Somewhere like 200 something dollars, you can get it like with the refillable bottle. And the testers, they also have offering, but I see some sites selling it. If you're not sure of the site and they're selling supremely cheap, like Russian sites and stuff, I heard these things can be funny. So let's see the review. So the name is Liaisons Dangereuses and By Kilian, and it's called Typical Me. I think this is the line where it belongs. So this perfume I used, and I felt kind of the fragrance leans more towards women's side. Okay, like tad bit feminine. It has huge fruits like right on the opening. Like when you spray it, I have it on my hand, and it's drying down for like half an hour now. So in this hand also I have I mean the fragrance, it's really fruity. It reminds me of a lot of other fragrances. But let me spray this and talk about it, like fresh spray, and then talk about it and let you know who is it for, if it's nice, or how does it smell and stuff like that. Let's go one spray. Okay, so this small generous samples, I really use them when I really want to smell something nice. I do not like take this out and finish the sample off casually because I want to experience these fragrances more and more as much as I can from the small samples. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. This is, I would say, for the first time, like if you are a man, you might find this fragrance a little bit feminine. The fragrance, it's not bad. If you are into fruity fragrances, you can easily love it. Aventus for her, anything that contains like a note of what you call coconut, like Mansera Holidays. Coconut was in Kenzo Home Night. It was used in recent times, I believe, Le Beau by Jean Paul Gaultier. And also, I believe there are a few other fragrances which has that crunchy, like Zara, Rich, Warm and Addictive. They use that kind of tonka, kind of like coconut mix. Also, you get from virgin island water. So basically, the coconut gives you kind of like a very sweet, creamy, kind of like a candied sort of a feel that you can really like enjoy it. gives like buttery coconut butter, not coconut butter, like a cocoa butter. It gives a nice sort of a tropical vibe. It gives you like a clean, fresh, out of the shower or lotion vibe. So that's really comforting. I really love coconut being used in fragrance if it's not too loud. So this fragrance, I believe, it's good for summer and spring. I mean, you can see it's fresh. So it has notes like also plum. I think there is geranium. There is also black currant, and I think apricot, peach. These two I always smell in this. I'm not sure which one is it, peach. I think more peach than apricot, but if you like fruits, I remember one scene. I think it was Notting Hill, one of my favorite films of all time. So Hugh Grant. If you have watched the film, Hugh Grant actually gets lucky enough that Julia Roberts drops by his house to following a certain incident, and then he starts offering her different stuff. And then I think there was apricots in a jar with like the what you call the juice or whatever, the sugar, um, syrup, the syrupy thing. So, and he offered her the apricots, and then she says no to everything. So this one remind me sort of like the sweet apricot that I saw the jar, like that holding those apricots. This remind me of that. Very, I don't know why. It's just memory served me. So I believe if you love your fragrances sweet and fruity, definitely it's gonna appeal to you. You can wear this for a casual day out picnic, and it's very, you smell it, it definitely has a element for both men and women, but I would say somewhere like 70 women, 30 men. But if you're a man, you want to smell good, do not let yourself shy away from these fragrances, okay? I mean, you wear what you love wearing. I would love to, if I could afford it, I would love to wear it everywhere. And I do wear a lot of women's perfume that smell really nice, unless they go too floral. That's the one place I guess start getting headaches. But this perfume, it's really lovely. So other notes you get also like cinnamon, they say, rose. I don't get much rose from it. Sandalwood, musk, amber seeds. I don't know, ambered seeds. I think, sorry, yeah. Woody notes, vanilla, and oak moss. So those things I do not really pick up that much. What I get from the base, basically, it's a vanilla, musky sort of a dry down. Very simple composition, very fruity, absolutely not trying to be an attention seeker, very casual elegance kind of a perfume. Imagine a lady in a white dress, she's just dancing with a beautiful classy music, like really lovely. It reminds me sort of the tango scene from Scent of a Woman, like Al Pacino's one of the greatest masterpiece of all time. I don't know how many times I watched that film. Yeah, absolutely lovely fragrance. There's just nothing I cannot say like, oh shoot, I hate this aspect of this perfume. I just cannot. It's just lucky for me or what, I don't know. So far by Kilian, I couldn't find anything that I hate. But I'll tell you, okay, if I can be a critic, let me tell you, not always try to be all. But as a critic, I would say if you're a masculine man, like you think you wear Kuros, Ted Lapidus, you wear something like, I don't know, what, like oud and stuff like that, you're into Mancera, red tobacco, fragrances like that, and you do not appreciate kind of like a soft, fruity, floral kind of fragrances, perhaps you're not going to find it very appealing. You'll find it kind of like a blah. So another two fragrances come to my mind is Erba Pura, Sospiro line, as well as I believe a lot of these fragrances I'm reviewing this is Tiziana Terenzi. There was one, I think Kirk, that fragrance, and as well as what's the other one? Nishan. They have Hachivat. Something in the line of Aventus for her. It's not Aventus for her, but the fruity aspects reminds me of that fragrance. So definitely check it out. Like this house, I would love to review everything. That's just my new obsession. I'm not buying a lot of fragrances lately, so you're not seeing me doing designer fragrances because this month is very, very bad for business. But anyway, I do not let that stop me from making contents. But hopefully, if I do buy some other new fragrance, I'll review them. But this fragrance, I would definitely say check it out. In my world, all By Kilians, if I could get them something, I'll give them like 9, 10s. This is a 9. For me, it's a 9. It's very subtle, but the fragrance stays a long time, like at least 6, 7 hours you can smell it. But projection will be like after 1.5 hour, close to you. But the aroma will last almost like a quarter or like 1/3 of the day. Check it out. Dangerous Liaisons. I don't know why the name is such, but I don't want to do the guessing game. Lovely, lovely release here. Lovely, beautiful fragrance here. Thanks once again, Fragrance BD, Pantho bhai, Shuvo bhai, always for being kind. I mean, I cannot say how grateful I am for letting me have these reviews. Thank you guys. Have a very nice day, and I'll be doing one more video, and I'm going to be uploading them side by side. See you soon. Bye bye.